Hey y'all, hey, this your girl Tonetta. Welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a movie review. Yes, I'm like Siskel and Ebert. So it's going to be a movie review. It's a movie called Me Before You, and it's on Amazon Prime Video. I actually just watched it on yesterday. So let me tell y'all who these characters were. But before I do, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to receive all the videos that I upload from this point here on out. If you ain't seen those in the past, go check those out too. So y'all, let's go ahead and get into this interesting movie. I was almost in tears, y'all. This movie, it had it had, of course, parents in there too, but it had three main characters that the movie was centered around. Really two, but I'll add the third one because the third one was a helper. Let me get the names. I got them written down. The main character, which is the son, his name was Sam Claflin. He was the son, William Trainer. There was Emilia Clarke. She played Louisa Clarke. She was the person that the parents hired to cheer the son William up. I guess I put it that way, and to also be a care worker and that home health aide care worker for him as well. Then there was the actual home health aide that was doing all the heavy lifting, like getting him out of bed, putting him in the wheelchair, that kind of thing. His name was Matthew Lewis, and his name in the movie was Patrick. So, like I said, let me tell you about this movie, y'all. Me Before You. It was about an hour, almost 2 hour movie. It was based over in England. It was a very interesting movie. Of course, like I said, the son was hit by a bike, a motorcycle bike, and of course after that he was paraplegic, couldn't move from the neck down. He couldn't move. He was in a wheelchair for the rest of his life, bedbound, all that type of thing. He needed the help of people to, of course, get him dressed in the morning, feed them, everything that you can think of, bathe them, use the bathroom, all that. So that's where the Patrick, the home aid worker, comes in that did all the heavy lifting. And that's where Louisa, the girl that the mother hired to come in to, of course, help with the home aid as well, but also to, of course, try to cheer him up. And the reason why the mother hired Louisa to come in and cheer him up, or to give him a better life, or to give him another outlook on life, was because William was wanting to end his life. He was giving himself for 6 months to live, and he was going to go over to Switzerland and, of course, end his life because he was tired of being in the situation that he was in. Couldn't move, couldn't do anything for himself, couldn't be the man that he wanted to be. And he was constantly in pain, getting sick, getting bad fevers, all types of things. And he was a young guy. I should have wrote down the age. I don't know the age, but I would say no more than 30 years old. In his 20s, probably 30 maybe, for all these main characters. So like I said, Louisa, like I said, that's what he was wanting to do. And he made a contract with his parents that at 6 months, in 6 months time, that's what he was planning on doing. So the mom, like I said, hired Louisa to come in for 6 months to try to give him a different outlook on life. Which she did. She came in, of course, she was the one. I love the way she dressed. She had like polka dot pants or polka dot tights, a striped skirt and a flower shirt, just really, really colorful, very loud and talkative, just like me, that kind of thing. So I love that about her. Like I said, that was awesome. She came in and, of course, was taking him around different places so that he could try to enjoy life again. She didn't know the real concept behind what the mom had hired her for until probably like halfway through the movie. So when she found out, of course, she was upset. The home aide, the one that was doing the heavy lifting, Patrick, he already knew what was going on. And of course, respect William's decision. I guess I put it that way. Louisa could not accept the decision. Of course, she was falling in love with this man, taking him to like the opera, all that kind of stuff, sitting on his lap, and so they can dance. I guess, well, so he can move around in his wheelchair and they can dance and that kind of thing. Like I said, she definitely showed him another way to live and a funner way to live because Mr. William, like I understand things happen to people, but he was one of those ones who was very negative and took things, everything was bad. Everything was horrible. He couldn't have fun anymore. He didn't love the folks that he was around anymore. He pushed everybody away. And like I say, until Louisa came in, he started to, of course, love again, to feel again, that kind of thing too, which was awesome. Like I said, this movie, y'all, was a tear-jerker to me, for me. Maybe not for you, but to me it was. Because I will let you know, like I said, towards the end, they did take like a tropical trip to an island because she wanted to show him an island so he can see the island, experience the beach and that kind of thing. And I guess they stayed for maybe like a week. I don't think it was like longer than that. But like I said, that's when she confronted him about, and I guess they had the confrontation about his 6 month agreement to his parents. And like I said, she cried. She hated it, of course. Which anybody, if you're falling in love with somebody or is in love with somebody, and you're wanting them to, of course, stay on this earth and to live and to thrive and that kind of thing, but they want the opposite. Like I said, I know that's what she wanted, but there was nothing that she can do because he still went to Switzerland. And of course ended his life. But like I said, definitely this movie, it makes me, because I work with caregivers who are taking care of their loved ones who may have memory loss or strokes or the same paraplegia, all those types of things, in wheelchair bound and all those types of things, have strokes and that kind of thing as well. And I've heard some of them say that they that their loved one is not wanting to be here anymore. They're sick and tired of suffering. And I know when you're in a relationship with somebody, regardless as to whether you're dating them, they're your parents, they're your loved one, whoever it is, you don't want to hear that come out of their mouths. But many say it. And like I said, this video reminds me of the topic about the ethical dying. I know there are some countries, some places, some states that you can go to, of course, take a pill or be injected with whatever kind of solution that can end your life. I guess I put it that way. But of course, there's a battery of tests that you have to go through, mental and all those types of things as well, and under a doctor's care. It ain't just you just go and just get whatever it is, and it's in your life. You have to go be up on a doctor's care, and they have to recommend this once you go through the battery of testing. But like I said, this is what this reminds me of, because like I said, I've had some caregivers who've talked about this, that this is what their loved one wanted because they're sick and tired of being on this earth and they're suffering. They do not have the same quality of life anymore. And that can happen in any of our relationships. Like I said, that's why it was very emotional for me. This really struck me because I know these things happen in real life. I haven't seen it, but I know that they do happen in real life. I read about it, I put it that way. I haven't had anybody personally who wanted to do this, but I've had people personally who have said they didn't want to be on this earth anymore because they're tired of suffering. And like I said, this is definitely, like I said, it's ethical dying. It's definitely a respect that you have to have for that. And also, of course, it hurts to hear that. And you don't want to be involved in that kind of situation. You don't want to see anybody die, which I understand that. But some people, this is what they're wanting. You have to look at it from their point of view as well. They're sick and tired of suffering. In pain every day. The medicine's not working. Can't move. Can't have the same quality of life that they used to have. Like I said, this is definitely an ethical decision that person has to make. Regardless as to whether you want to hear it or not. Most times that I know of, I'm sure, well, in the situations that I've heard about, they didn't want to hear that either. But it's that person's choice. That's why the heavy lifting home health aide, Patrick, he said he respects his choice. Why he didn't like it, but he definitely respected, and he understands where William was coming from. William was the kind of person that was skiing and jumping off cliffs and doing all these kind of things. Very, very active, very out in the world, very out in nature, dating. I think he was, I don't know, I'm not sure whether he was engaged or not in the past, but I know he was dating, possibly about to be engaged, that kind of thing. I think that's what it mentioned. A very active person. Worked in the office, had clients, all these types of things. And once this accident happened, everything just stopped for him. His world stopped. You have to understand that people have different passions in life. And of course, if their passions aren't being fulfilled, especially if you have a medical situation that's going on that's preventing that, you may not want to be here anymore. It's a hard pill to swallow. I know, trust me on that one. Very hard pill to swallow. But it happens in real life and in real time, y'all. And this movie definitely reminded me of that. So this is something, like I said, that I've heard several times since I've been in the role that I've been in. It's very sad to hear, but you got to, I definitely understand it from the loved one's point of view, but you have to hear it from the person who's sick and ill's point of view too. Would you want to be here living on this earth and not being able to do the things that you used to do. You're bedbound or whatever the situation is, constantly in pain, constantly being hospitalized for weeks at a time because your health is failing. Would you want to live like that? Especially if you know that you're a thriver, you wanted to do all these things and have all this fun and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, that's something you have to think about. And out of a 10, I would definitely give this movie a 9.5. Like I said, this is real life to me because I work in this real life, these kind of situations on a daily basis as a social worker. Like I said, it kept me interested in the entire movie. Every time I got up, I pressed pause. I didn't want to miss anything in this movie. Like I said, because I'm usually the person who's turn on a movie and start doing something else. But this captivated my entire attention. And I'm sure it's going to captivate your entire attention too, especially if this is the kind of movie that you like. A love story that may not finish the way that you like it. But like I said, it's a doggone good movie because it definitely gives me and will give you an outlook on life that you have probably never even thought about before. Like I said, I'm a social worker, so I deal with these things, but you may not have thought about this before. You never know what may happen in your life. And like I said, this is something to think about, y'all. So make sure that you watch this movie as soon as you can before it leaves Amazon Prime. It's called Me Before You. Like I said, it's an awesome movie, y'all. If you like love stories and tearjerkers, this is the movie for you. So I hope you enjoyed this review, my 9.5 out of 10 for this movie, because this was an awesome, awesome, heartfelt, and deep thinking movie. So I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Again, this is Tonetta Clay. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell to receive all the videos that upload from this point here on out. Peace out, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video.